Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm here with UKHHN, Neil,
Hello.
and David, Crazy Englishman, and we're gonna talk about Halloween Horror Nights 25. Uh, so we're just gonna talk about the surveys that were released uh, a few months ago. The cryptic performances by Dr. Jimmy. Uh, So we're going to tackle that. There's also a rumor of An American Werewolf in London coming back. We're going to talk about that. And I need to shut my my YouTube thing. Okay. And then of a rumor uh, that there is going to be an announcement next week. So we're going to tackle those things. So we're going to begin with the surveys. We're going to list what the things that were on there. We're gonna briefly talk about them and all that stuff. So, all right, guys. So on the first survey, uh, Hitchcock was mentioned. Alfred Hitchcock, the icons of HHN, the caretaker, Jack, the storyteller, and all the others were mentioned. A parade was mentioned. A horror-themed rock band. Um, American Horror Story, the slashers, not all of them, but Scream, that was on the second survey actually. Uh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, um, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street, The Walking Dead, of course, Hannibal, The Strain, a Carnival Freak Show, um, a Penn and Teller themed show, and did I miss anything? I think that's it, right?
think that was it.
Yeah, kind of. Did you say the thing that was like Death Drums, the rock show?
Oh yeah, the horror band, the horror rock band show. Yeah. Okay, and then on the second survey, wasn't Insidious mentioned
I
on
think
the
it was.
second
I didn't
survey?
get the second survey. I'll be
On the
honest.
s-
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I believe it was on the second one.
Okay. Then Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday, and Nightmare were also mentioned on there, along with Scream and yeah, Insidious. I think
Was Teen
American
Wolf
Horror
on?
Story was on there too. Um,
I think that was it.
but yeah, pretty much you're just trying to get like what people want to see the most of the event. But yeah, with that, Neil, what do you think about the what the survey said and what do you think might show up or might not show up?
Well, I think Jack the Clown, obviously, straight from the bat from HHN 24 video that Universal released, we knew he was coming back. We knew he was probably going to come back at some point because of the dolls and key rings that were sold at 23 and they sold out. So that was just a matter of time for when he was. It's 25 anniversary year, so it was kind of going to be that. Um, Carnival of Carnage is probably the most talked about event in HHN history in a sense of the old theme and everything. So I think the survey was aimed at to see did everyone want a Carnival of Carnage part two kind of because you had freak shows, you had Jack the Clown, you had the three IPs from Carnival of Carnage on the survey. So it was as if they was just testing the water to see the people kind of want a carbon copy of 2007. That's
Mm.
my view, and I think most people do. I think most people do want. I think that's one of the last events where they feel it was everything. It was an event, an icon, everything mixed in, and everyone had nothing really bad to say about the event. Even though I thought the streets were poor, but oh well. So yeah, that's my 2 cents worth. I don't want a carbon copy of Cannibal Carnage 2 though. I wouldn't mind, say, Freddy versus Jason, and then we have other IPs that I've not experienced yet. But I'll see. I'll see. What do you guys think?
No,
David?
I mean, I agree with everything you said. I mean, I don't want to see a carbon copy of Carnival of Carnage either, but I loved the first set. What I want to see is a sequel to one up that.
Yeah,
Like you said, Freddy versus Jason would definitely kind of be a reminder of the past, but bringing in these two icons for a brand new maze that's never been shown at Horror Nights. It's definitely something everyone wants, and then it would be a big highlight. Everyone would be talking about it, which would bring in more crowds, I would think. And I mean, why stop there? I mean, why not have? And we've talked about crossovers before with why not Freddy versus Jason versus Leatherface? Have one big maze with all three of these icons all in one. That would be one of the most terrifying mazes.
That'll be awesome.
That
I
would
love
be
that.
cool.
Yeah.
And it would be a maze people would be talking about. I know even like casual people would be saying, I know who
Wow.
Freddy is, I know who Jason is, I know Texas, I know who Leatherface is. Why not? This would be terrifying. I want to go now. I mean, even if I wasn't so into Horror Nights, I would say I want to go experience that because that would be really cool. So again, I agree with Neil. I think they should use Carnival of Carnage as a base, but kind of build up from that and add some really big surprises, some big attractions to really kind of one up one of the greatest years in Horror Night history.
Yep. Sure.
I mean, I'll just add that we're at 25 years. This is supposed to be like a massive event, and if they are going to do a kind of Carnival of Carnage rip-off that kind of whimpers out a bit, considering they're going to be copying an event that was just HHN 17, if that makes any sense. It needs to be big, it needs to be bold, it needs to be something they can say, look, we're back. I reckon because I thought last year's was a bit of a damp squid, to be honest, but that's just my thought.
Mm.
Yeah, 25 years. I mean, the event's been going, and that's impressive enough. I think they should really try to go big and bold with this year. Go full on out. Like, don't even hold back on anything. Just really go all out for the anniversary. This is a big year, 25 years, and I think they should really do something big for it. Whether that's a reunion of all the icons, that would be also really cool to see.
Yeah, I think I've seen that
for 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're gonna come back. Not just Jack. I think they're all of them are gonna come back.
Well, they've added a few new ones since then, so
Can care less about Lady Luck.
Oh, fuck her off.
everyone can go back but Lady Luck. I think everyone can agree on that.
Lady Lucky Charms.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh man, that green dress.
But an anniversary of all of them would be cool to see,
Yeah.
especially with the Usher and Bloody Mary. I think that they should really celebrate all those, especially the new icons that have come into the fold since 16's kind of reunion. That would be cool to see. Or a dedicated icon house with Jack at the lead of this group.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, wait, what are you saying, Neil? Go ahead.
I've just got a feeling this year, maybe wrong, obviously due to other rumours, that we're kind of gonna be having a best of. I mean, we've got rumoured American Werewolf in London coming back, which is apparently the best ever Halloween Horror Nights house. It got voted, etc. We've also got Jack the Clown coming back, who is the best icon, obviously. A lot of people love Jack the Clown. We're having the Rocky Horror Show back, but it looks like, which is looking at, they reckon it's the best show they've had, a separate show from Bill and Ted, obviously. So you've got that. You've got The Walking Dead there, which has obviously been one of the biggest IPs, successful money-wise at the event. Is that the route it's going down? We're having a kind of a nod to the things that have been the biggest and the bold. Carnival of Carnage has been the best overall theme at an event. Are we getting Carnival of Carnage because of that? So I'm just kind of hoping that there's some originality coming soon, because from the rumours, it's a bit. I just think it's all seeming too similar to the last couple of years now.
That would be my biggest fear as well, is that they try to do that and just like bring in kind of Alamac is like, well, that's popular, that's popular, that's popular.
Yeah.
Let's all put it in one event. But we've seen that already. Can we have something a little bit, I mean, big but new at the same time? Like, we get it. you love all these mazes that have been so popular over the years, but it doesn't mean you have to copy and paste everything from previous years that have worked. That we've seen in different mediums that doesn't work. So I mean, yeah, that would be my biggest fear as well as the copy and paste event.
I had to interrupt. Sorry, I just remembered. Wasn't
No.
Ghostbusters on the survey?
Oh, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually, yeah.
So I'd thought to say it before I forget, and I knew there was something. And the day hasn't come yet where I've seen a clue that links to Ghostbusters. I'm still crying like a bitch. So but I don't know. So what do you think? What do you think, John?
Yeah, I mean, when talking about the IPs, yeah, they're not gonna go anywhere. That's obvious. That's been obvious for a while. But I'm thinking that maybe if they're doing that whole like 9 houses or even 10 houses, if there's 9 houses, I think then maybe yeah they'll have like the same amount of IPs, like five, and then like four originals. Uh, Maybe two new, completely new originals, and maybe two mazes based on the past. Um, if they do 10, uh, I can see like yeah, like maybe five IPs or five originals. That would be great. That's a perfect balance. If they want to push it, because that's expected, that's very likely as well. Maybe they'll do like six IPs and four originals. I don't know. But what I'm thinking is that maybe they'll try to have more original content this year. Just give the IPs a little break. Still having them, but yeah, just a little break.
I think if anything, we're having four minimum.
Yeah.
So be one less.
But yeah, like as for like getting houses from the past, I mean, yeah, there's a possibility of like a rehash house, in one way. What I'm thinking that they might do is like do another like hollowed past house,
Yeah.
and just have other scenes from different mazes that weren't included in the 2010 house. They can easily do that. They can even do a series of houses like that, honestly.
See, I think the rumor of 9 houses, maybe 10. The reason that is because I think we're going to get Legendary Truth, but it's not basically your general public house. And this is why people are on about an upcharge. I think there's a bit of a mix-up. I think it's going to be similar to last year what they was trialing, where you have to play the game and then you have to, if by getting all the clues right, then you're successful, you go into the actual house like they did on the trial. I think that's going to be basically the 9th house. So it's there if people want it, if they want to earn it. Or maybe 10 houses. I mean, my theory is Walking Dead house, the big house. Would you use that? And you put 2 houses in it. Would it fit 2 houses inside it?
That's a good question.
I mean, I know it was big, but was it 2 mazes big, or was it 1.5 mazes big? In a sense,
Well, I mean, like,
two.
I would think it'd be more 1.5 to be fair, and I saw that maze
yeah,
last
exactly.
year.
There's a lot of room outside, though, isn't there? Like they had the prison built, so they could kind of utilize that area, I suppose. But I don't know.
Right.
I just don't know where 10 houses would go.
I mean, what I'm thinking is, well, okay. I don't know if that soundstage can hold 2 houses, but like David brought up, and like when I went through it, I don't know if you felt the same way, Neil, but yeah, it's 1 maze and a half in a way, not 2
Yeah.
mazes.
It's just the only reason I bring it up is when I did the Lights on tour. It seemed smaller than when he was walking through when it was an actual maze, when it was actually like in operation, which was kind of shock to me. And a lot of places seem really, like the part with the strobe effect in the woods. That's a really small room because of the mirrors. It obviously makes it look a lot bigger. And I was kind of shocked with how small some of the rooms were. Over in the big spot, that was a massive room. But then a lot of things like walking through the tunnel was quite small. So it's, I mean, it's one of them. But yeah, it's The Walking Dead. It's back again.
I mean, uh, on Horror Night Nightmares, Mystique Freak, she posted uh, a thing in where it shows that they're doing some sort of
Oh yeah, some
construction behind the
construction
front ends, and it's oval shaped in the like exactly very similar
to a
uh,
tent.
to the form of like a tent. Yeah, so maybe that could be the rumored, yeah, the ninth house. Um, but could it be like an extreme house finally this year? Or
Yeah.
just another regular house?
Yeah,
Uh,
I think it'd be regular. Just going off the prices of the tickets, I think um, to do the Extreme House for the amount of people that do go, it, I think you might get people kicking off because they wouldn't be able to ever experience it. And HH has a following that Allo Scream doesn't. If you get me, that makes any sense.
Yeah.
right.
You know. But yeah. Should we move on to the dates?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. We're just looking at time. That's all. We've got
Right.
9 cryptic clues to go through.
Right. Right. No, but like real quick on the survey, like yeah, the icons I think are coming back for sure. As a parade, I don't know, maybe that'll be cool. Um,
Yeah, I dig that.
the
That
slashers,
would
I
be
think they're I think a slasher at least will
Lagoon
show up
Show.
again.
That was another one. Was the Lagoon Show?
Huh? Wait, what?
Was the Lagoon Show on the survey? I can't remember.
I don't.
Um,
Oh, I just think just creating stuff in my head. That one there.
no,
I'll take my own survey.
But yeah, but Walking Dead's coming back. That's
Oh yeah,
a no-brainer.
yeah.
Um, Carnival Freak Show, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Penn and Teller theme show, I'm not too sure about that either, but
They did Brian
Hitchcock
Bushwood,
was
didn't they,
on
for
there
2
as
years?
well.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, can I ask you guys? I mean, you are probably bigger, more bigger Hitchcock fans than me. But to me, in Hitchcock House, I get a Psycho House, but I don't get an Hitchcock House. I don't really get how much Hitchcock there is to make into a maze. With
They're
or
gonna have to
doesn't
do a
know
lot of
Psycho.
like creative licensing with that, like just really get really creative with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cause I mean, I can see the birds. That's
yeah,
easy.
I can see that.
Psycho, definitely.
Mm,
I,
that,
I
I
kind of
don't
see
know
this. Oh,
how do you see the birds really. I mean, that's the thing. I see it from an horror sense, but then I don't know how you see it because obviously you can't get touched, can you? You have a little bird. Are you going for a thing with birds? Just a lot of things
Like have a
blowing on
dead
you.
body with this ice, like like yeah, like that, and like have
like the screen, like what they did with the screen for the Predator on AVP, used
hang
TV3
little
to kind
bird
of
props
simulate.
on the
Yeah,
ceiling.
yeah.
The way I would see a
Some of bird
Hitchcock
shit on you.
maze being, the way I would see them doing a Hitchcock maze would be kind of like a Hitchcock, Alfred Hitchcock Presents kind of maze,
Yeah,
Yeah,
where it takes some of the best stories from the TV show, but also some of the movies as well, like Psycho, um, do the rope. It's just one room. It's just like
right.
yeah, on the rope. But
I just
yeah, that's the only way I could see him possibly doing a Hitchcock maze would be kind of a mix of the movies and Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Actually, they could use that for the title of the maze. Probably Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Psycho.
Right.
Mm. Kind of moving through a
um,
movie theater and then
Oh yeah,
doing.
cool.
but yeah, we'll see. I really would like to see a Hitchcock house, but if not, hell, I'll take Psycho any day. I'll
Mm.
take Psycho any day.
Was Child's Play on the survey?
No.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
Thank goodness.
see, because what I think was strange was just remind me with Hitchcock was in the store on where Blues Brothers come driving
I
around. There's
I
the
found a
store off on the
screenshot by
corner.
the way of it.
There was loads of Psycho memorabilia on sale, T-shirts and stuff like that, which I thought was strange. Considering obviously there's nothing about Psycho for a while, it's a bit of a and there was loads of like I say Psycho stuff on sale. But so
Right.
yeah,
Oh,
moving on.
Okay. So they Universal announced was it last month or 2 months ago? I think
Uh, Yeah, something like that. About 2
They
months ago.
announced that the dates are now September 18th. The event's gonna start September 18th and it's gonna end on November 1st. So like nights, so that's like 30 nights of HHN, the longest they've ever had. So that's gonna be cool.
I think if they've done it once before, it was 30 nights.
Well,
Not
with its
sure.
Last
popularity,
year?
they're going to need to
No, not
expand
last
it.
year. I think they're doing some Wednesdays as well this year, aren't they?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, doing some Wednesdays because the frequent fair pass involves Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And the reason they're doing it is because to try and get people not to go on the weekends because it's going to be over $100 to go this year. HHN
Yeah.
one night. So yeah, prices are rocketing. But yeah, that's the date. So 30 nights of HHN is going to be cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully it means it won't be as busy
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a sense. So the clues, Dr. Jimmy's clue
All
number
right.
one.
Dig in.
Oh well, should we leave? Yeah. Clue number one. What was it now? It was you'll never walk. I remember.
Yeah,
It.
clue
You'll never walk alone.
number one was the song is called "You'll Never Walk Alone,"
Oh, yeah,
which I think is Walking Dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like Walking Dead, but it could be a throw off as well. That might be a bit too obvious.
Yeah.
But it does sound like Walking Dead.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I put it was because he said about in his April Fool's video, he said "aye, governor," obviously, and I thought it refers to the governor.
David Morrissey, yeah.
Yeah, and David Morrissey is obviously from Liverpool, big Liverpool football fan, and the song is Liverpool's anthem, unfortunately, and obviously then the song referred to Walking Dead as well as that, going through a storm and sticking together, etc., and that's what happened in series. What series are we on 5?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just thought it's the Walking Dead, and we know it's coming back, so I thought he's just getting it out there.
Right.
Yeah, you'll never walk alone, Walking Dead. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You can either be with a group of survivors, or you're alone. But yeah, just the zombies are just always following you. You know, you're never really alone.
Yeah.
So, okay. So number 2 is Never Neverland.
Yeah.
No,
So I'll let you go. I mean, what did you think it was? Psycho? I can't what you put down now. Actually, Lost Boys won it. That was good. That was quality.
Well,
that was good
here's the thing. At first, I thought that Dr. Jimmy's shirt was just a standalone Dracula shirt, but then you told me on the chat that it's not. It's a Universal Monsters shirt, which that kind of throws it off. Then my tie-in to the Lost Boys, but you can still kind of like, well, okay, the Lost Boys of Neverland of Peter Pan. Then one of the Universal Classics monsters is Dracula, which he is a vampire. Tying that into the Lost Boys, you get to the Lost Boys vampire movie.
21st century vampire as well. 21st century Dracula, sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? That movie was in like the 90s, right? Or 80s?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know.
And it's had sequels, so I mean, you could go either way with that.
But the one that makes more sense is The Strain, because it is like actual, like really modern day.
Also, why do I get the feeling that if it was The Strain, it's just an excuse so they can work with Guillermo del Toro?
You know what's interesting? Crimson Peak is by Guillermo del Toro. So what if like?
And I believe it's Universal as well.
And that's rumored to come. And that's by Universal and Legendary.
Yeah.
So they can do like a double Del Toro, content there.
I would not complain if that happened. I love, like, Crimson Peak looks amazing, and The Strain's been fantastic so far, so I really...
I gotta check it out. Sounds good.
I mean, the reason I only thought it was Jack was obviously because it says the song's about going back to Never Neverland, and I thought Hook that's what the film's about. It's about Peter Pan going back to Neverland, and then in the film he's got a son called Jack, and also Robin Williams was in the film called Jack, and I thought, is it Jack the Clown? So that was and I had this thing about his shirts. I don't think he's wearing his shirts in order. I might be wrong. And when he wore the Harry Potter shirt, Daniel Radcliffe was in a film called A Boy Called Jack. It was obviously so. And I thought, is it another one because we know Jack the Clown's coming back? Is he throwing The Walking Dead and Jack the Clown right at the start just to kind of, and it kind of aligned with Cassilda's clue. She did The Walking Dead and then Jack the Clown. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's anyone's guess, but the problem is when you know something's coming, you then start trying to link it to any clue because you know it's got to be one of them.
Well, just the other thing that Neverland could stand for, and again, the vampire kind of theory is more there, but it's something I just thought of. Like the original story of Peter Pan is about children dying in their sleep and never growing up. That is the dark story behind Peter Pan.
Nightmare.
And
Freddy's coming
Nightmare
back.
on Elm Street. Yeah. It's just something that kind of just jumped out because I remember hearing about that, about the history of the original story of Peter Pan, and Neverland is where the kids have gone. It's kind of like a nicer version of heaven, and that they die in their sleep and they never grow up. And I just thought, they're dying in their sleep. Who else? There's Freddy Krueger. But I mean,
Wow.
it's just
good.
a side thought I had while thinking. But I think it would probably be the.
Hey,
vampire.
Dr. Emmett Brown.
But
But
it's like with
possibility.
in Jack the Clown's backstory, that's what he did as well. He killed children.
Hold
didn't
on, just
Yeah.
changing my
So-
phone.
And the other one is, that I was just thinking with Jack the Clown,
Oh.
it said about Dr. Jimmy put two pictures up, one of Jack the Clown,
There
said,
you
do you
go.
want to, no, Peter Pan, it said, do you want to play a game? The next one was all black with red eyes, which did remind me of a vampire. But then it said, I'll take your fucking souls. And I thought, Jim, you know what's called? Jack the Clown's Cane of Souls that he stole from Dr. Oddfellow.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, that was just that because when he said, I'll take your souls, but that was the reason I didn't think vampires, because obviously vampires are not there really to take your soul unless, I'm not sure there's another thing, but yeah, I mean, like we all say, I'm pretty sure we'll find out soon. So, clue 3, anyone?
Alright, clue 3. Well, first of all, Dr. Emmett Brown joined, so glad to have him in here.
Hey Vic.
Yo Vanilla, how's it going?
I'm vanilla
Right.
wafer.
Oh, wait a minute, it's got a Mortal Kombat t-shirt on, so what's that clue leading to? Mortal Kombat must mean 10 years.
Jason,
Yeah.
Jason and Predator are in
On
the,
that house.
It's gonna be sick, y'all.
Outworld house?
Oh, can I just say, I just remembered before we go on, Dr. Jimmy's video, the April Fool's video, he went on about it's going to be a British theme, etc. Is it?
Right.
I think there's a clue, a British clue to each. Well, out of his clues, I always think he's linked some sort of British theme to his way of revealing. I think that's how it's come about a lot of times now. I mean,
Nemo, I agree. I think that, there's a British theme. There's everything that he's stated so far has a connection to, to that British theme. That's that's just pretty much his own April Fool's theme there. Yeah, just connections.
I don't believe we're having a British theme, but yeah. Well, sorry, yeah. But we'll be on clue 3.
Okay, clue 3. The song is Bosom Buddies, which is about two people being
That picture.
two people being like they're friends, but they're kind of like versus. They're kind of like
Prophet.
hostile towards each other. So
Predator versus Jason confirmed.
ah,
That would be amazing, but
that will be
but if it's confrontation.
I can't even remember what I put. What's it? Clue 3. I think I started off with Annabelle, then I went to Psycho, and I believe it's American Werewolf in London. Because Bosom Buddies, obviously you've got Jack and David, who are good friends, and then when Jack dies, he comes back to haunt David, and he's just the butt of all these jokes, and he has to slagging each other off, calls him meatloaf and stuff like that. But he's telling him to kill himself, and he's like, it's his friend, but he's just saying, no, you just kill yourself, for the greater good. And also, is that the clue where he wears his Doctor Who t-shirt, and now what was one of the things in the American Werewolf in London house? The police phone box.
Mm.
So,
yeah.
Hmm.
I got a feeling that was where the American Werewolf in London clue was. There was something
I don't-
else as well in the song.
I don't understand why they would bring it back though. I
No, I
understand
wouldn't
it's
say this
popular,
before, Vic.
but
I mean,
it's
what I
confusing
think.
me.
Wait, go ahead, Vic.
No, I just said it's really confusing. I get it if they did it after like maybe 4 or 5 years, they bring it back.
Yeah,
But
Right.
after 2 years,
a year. Yeah.
it makes no
Well,
sense.
it'd be a year, won't it? Really, in a sense,
And there's
we would have had
every-
it 23, and then
Yeah, and everything that everybody wanted in the maze was covered in the first house. I mean, nothing else you can do unless you want to do the sequel, which is crap.
Yeah, we actually had a quick discussion before the video. So, like, it's a very self-contained movie. You can't go outside of that really to make a sequel unless you want to do American Werewolf in Paris, which, let's face it, was terrible. Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't see it coming back, but maybe something using that maze as possibly a clue to what something else might be, possibly something in the maze.
It would make more sense if they put it in a house like Silver Screams 2 or something to do with the director.
Yeah,
You
this is what I was saying before. See, great minds think alike, Vic.
Yeah.
I was saying this Silver Screams 2 before. If you did a scene out of it, I could
Just-
understand it, but to do the
Put
full
people in
house again.
Make it just make it Silver Screams 2. Just put all the puppets in one room, but make the room pitch black and just scare the crap out of people.
Dude,
Bingo.
Vic, oh my gosh. Imagine if they did kind of like a Dead Exposure, but with the werewolves.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Like that.
I would have
They'd
run
have
through
to
it.
hand
I'd
out
just be standing there and cock
Diapers in the
out.
beginning of the house. Why am I glowing? Going like Super Saiyan
You're
over here.
radiant, Vic. Radiant. You said that three-eyed fish out of Simpsons.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on American Werewolf. I mean, yeah, it was a milestone. It was a big thing in the event's history because it introduced puppets. It's a fan favorite. It won House of the Year. It's one of the top-rated mazes ever. It's a designer favorite. Obviously, it was a passion project. That's why it turned out to be such an amazing maze. So I can understand that portion, but I can understand why would they bring it back since it's the big 25th anniversary. But yeah, then again, like it's too soon, you know?
Yeah, it's like I said before. I just think that if they're doing a best of year, like this has been the best IP house we've had. This has been the best TV show house we've had. Walking Dead. This is the best show we've had. Rocky Horror. This is the best Icon. Jack the Clown, etc. But I just don't get it, mate. I really don't. You know, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Especially if The Walking Dead comes back. That would be
Oh.
two houses that are just recurring.
And the Rocky Horror Show. So you got three things returning straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Rocky Horror House.
Oh no, not now. So get bummed in it.
Go to your room, Vic.
It's a dual house where you have to go through and you either have to fuck Janet or Rocky.
Inspiration. Before you go into the maze, to give everybody fishnet stockings you can wear.
I could win that. I'm in Pakistan.
That guy in the house touched me. Okay.
You know what? Thinking about it, it probably would work out to be quite a fun maze.
I like a joke maze like Penn and Teller and that.
I'll tell you, the best joke maze is Dracula Untold.
Oh my
What are you
god.
talking about? It was the best maze of last year. So
The
good.
bathrooms are a
Fuck
better
off.
maze than that.
more terrifying, I would
They
say.
are.
Too. The smell
Hey, Vic.
is so realistic.
Can you imagine they did Silver
Oh,
Scream
God.
2
Oh,
and
man.
like, you just talking about a room that was just all the puppets. How about this? A room where all it is that handrail. That's it. It's the handrail.
A handrail. I'm too old for
Scary
this.
shit.
I need a handrail.
I break down and start crying.
Be like El Cucuy.
Silver Screams 2.
Years back. Oh
The
my God,
Freddy
this-
vs. Jason in
This
there.
long corridor of nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
man.
That's funny. That is too funny.
Just
the
Tim
Dracula.
Curry sitting there with uncrossing his legs like, hey.
Oh, saggy old balls.
Just a sweet trans.
You know they're remaking a Rocky Horror, right? On Fox is remaking it.
Yeah, TV show movie.
Because
Nice.
you know it needs to happen. Anyway.
Makes as much sense as Spider-Man walking down the street, fucking spinning around and dancing like a twat in Part 3, but oh well. Excuse my language.
Seems legit.
All right. So, what do you think Bliss and Body? Like, just to wrap up, so we can move on. What do you think Bliss and Body could be?
I think American Werewolf in London.
Okay. I think. I don't know, 50-50 on this, but I'm just gonna go with Freddy versus Jason. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
it's
have
definitely
to
about
say,
two people.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I wouldn't have a secure guess of what it could be, but I would have to agree if it is a confrontation maze, then Freddy versus Jason is the most logical one.
Right.
Especially, but the only thing I would think with Jason, just final note, is he's not with New Line anymore. He's with Paramount, so Universal would have to go to New Line for, I believe, Freddy, and then go to Paramount.
Paramount
for
for-
Jason
yeah.
now.
Well, I might as well just say this now before I was go on and on. There was a talk on Horror Night Nightmares, and someone said, I think Casilda said something's changed, so maybe that's the maze that's changed. It was Freddy versus Jason, and due to copyright issues, they can't get Jason. Maybe that's the house that's changing.
Freddy versus Ash from Evil Dead.
Ash versus Evil Dead
They'd
next year.
They would rename it though. They'd have to rename it Medieval Dead.
Yeah.
Just call it Army of Darkness. Good God.
Yeah.
Freddy versus the man from the cabin in the woods.
This is not Ash.
Oh, God.
It's Bash, his brother.
Monster House.
Monster.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's something like, I think they said, I remember, was it Aaron who said it? I think Aaron was the one who said that WB and New Line own the rights to the movie, but they don't own the rights to the Jason character, so they can't use them anymore like that.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Distribution rights, yeah. But
Yeah.
not the characters, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Cool.
All right. So Vic, what do you think this could be then?
I'm gonna, as much as I think it's gonna be tough for them to get Freddy versus Jason, it's like the only other big verses they can do besides AVP. But like I was saying before, AVP is under 20th Century Fox, so it's not that hard to obtain those characters because they're already together, you know.
Right.
But I don't know. It's a tough one. I always wanted to see Jack versus Eddie House. That would have been awesome, like a
I will
Yeah.
be.
run
We talked
house.
about this before.
Or
I
you can
mean,
do something
way
weird
back.
like a comedy house with Krampus and Santa, you know?
I'd like to see everyone versus Lady Luck.
Throwing
in
elves
every
at-
room,
Everyone
stamping on her.
versus Lady Luck, there we go. Perfect.
All the icons versus Lady Luck.
Pull her
You dumb
hair.
bitch. Pull
Let's
her
kick her
hair.
out. Right, a pussy.
John,
Jeez.
hey,
Put
pull
her
her
on
hair.
the
John's
wheel.
getting kinky over there, man. Put her on the wheel. She's spinning, bitch. She's spinning. She's screaming.
Did we ever find out who was playing Lady Luck and he
Jesus
was sending weird
Christ.
messages?
They're like bouncing churros off her.
Do you remember that? Do you remember 2 years ago when Lady Luck was messaging us asking how big our dick was?
Oh,
Or was that just me?
All right. Moving on. All right.
Oh,
So number
Lord.
4 is I don't know how to love him.
Oh god.
which I tied into the Phantom of the Opera first.
Okay.
Listen, if somebody's working at Universal
John's
and,
speaking my
and
language.
watching this, give John his damn Phantom of the Opera mace. No, please.
Those ones, I want a Phantom Mace. So
And give
bad.
David it,
Universal.
too. Give
I
them
want
it.
one.
Thank you for giving me Halloween. ILO, thank you for giving me Halloween. But eventually, I would appreciate a Phantom Mace as well. Thank you.
Based on 1925.
I just got an Invisible Man scare zone.
I think I bumped
Dude,
into
that would
someone.
save so much money.
I bumped into someone. You touched the scare actor. You have to get
Yeah.
out of the podcast.
Wonder Woman's jetting there. I think if Invisible Man was in Dracula at all, because no one else bothered jumping out of me.
Wait a minute. Was Invisible Man in House of Horrors in 2012? I think
He
so.
was a click.
I didn't see him.
Invisible Man area.
You couldn't tell.
I've been through that maze even during the day, and not once have I found it. Well, I think I bumped into him, and I once, but
No.
that was
No joke. When I was walking in that maze, in the part where the creature from the Black Lagoon popped out, no joke, I screamed so badly. I freaking okay. I hit the wall to my left, and then when I hit the wall, it sprayed pressured air on my face, so I got knocked to the right to the wall right. Like it,
John Pinball.
it was so bad. Oh my god.
Hey, dude, at least you're not like Angel, who almost took down a set in American Werewolf in London when he tripped over something.
Oh my word.
It scared me so much.
Oh, it's alright. It's Mexican. He knows how to do DIY.
He got pressured. He got pressured air shot up his butt in Sausage Scene.
Is that before he?
This
That
kid
before-
didn't wipe his ass. We're gonna please, bro.
Is that before he got sore feet and had to go home?
That was too funny. Alright, but real quick, guys, real quick. What do you guys think? I don't know how to love him could refer to.
What clip is that one? Is that number 4?
My heart
Number 4.
wants to say.
I kind of mixed it up, but I'm just going
it's
like
totally-
not in order.
I thought was that number 4? I thought it was I thought number 4 was the Freaks one.
Yeah. Number 4 was Freaks. Yeah, never mind.
Oh yeah. Freaks. So which one we're talking about? The Freaks one or the other one?
I don't know. We're talking about I don't know how to love him. The Mary Magdalene one from Jesus Christ Superstar.
Is that number 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Body Collectors. I thought just off the top of my head.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh,
Just because of the-
yeah, dude.
That would be great. I from what I've seen of the Body Collectors from the past, it's one of the
my
coolest
favourite house
ones.
ever.
Oh my
Never, I-
god, dude.
I shit my pants in that house. Literally, I stuck to the wall that bad, like Spider-Man. And
Just-
I was screaming that bad that round the corner when my brother stood, the one behind him, thought I was screaming that much that I must have been an actor.
Neil was trying to pick up the hookers in the maze that they had on the street side.
Wow.
They cornered me in the corner. I thought I was getting raped. But yeah, just because of the Link Mary Magdalene, Mary from Hell, and the Jack the Ripper murders were part of Body Collectors, and From Hell's about Jack the Ripper, and the thing about both of me, he's a drug addict. That's how he sees the visions of the murder of Jack the Ripper, and blah blah blah. And the next thing he kills himself at the end, and you don't have to love him because he's a smackhead. That was my overview of that clip.
That would,
Okay. David, what do you think?
like I said, my heart wants to say Phantom of the Opera because that would just make my year essentially. But no, I think I have to give it to Neil. That does make a lot of sense, and
No.
the Body Collectors have been a very popular original maze in the past. So, and if we're doing Carnival of Carnage, what better way to bring back one of the coolest original mazes than Body Collectors? And
Hey,
It'd be
Neil.
best original house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how they said they ended Psychoscarapy? Have they ever said that about Body Collectors?
no, we
No.
only had 2.
No.
Wait.
Is it
The only-
two
Okay, good.
mazes?
Because I
We've only had 2 mazes, apart from them returning in Hallowed Pass.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
I think there's 2, John.
There's
There's
2
two?
mazes.
Wait, okay, one was in 2008.
One was at
what's other
the
one?
Jurassic.
Hold on, Wikipedia.
The one was before 2008. It was John. It was at Allen, I believe. I think the first
Oh,
one.
I'm sure they've fit twice.
Wait,
Oh no, that's Psychoscurpy that had the shit smell.
wait,
Uh,
was it 05?
It's way. It was
08,
before 2008.
2008 had one, and let's have a look. There's another one, and then it was the it was the Terror Queen. Yeah, so Body Collectors in 2005 and 2008.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever said that, oh, we're done with body collectors.
Well,
or
that's-
this.
No,
Only
they
3.
Never, at least
I can go with Neil. I hope they bring the body collectors back.
Yeah, me too, man. I would like to experience
Even
body
though I'm not going, I won't be at 25 this year, but just for you guys and you, John, who never got to go on a body collector maze,
Wow.
I want you to see that.
Amazing.
I would find some way to get off work, just even if it's just a few days, just to go and experience that for myself, because I saw the behind the scenes stuff of the original mazes, and dear God, they look terrifying.
It's amazing. It's probably
Freaky,
the best
yeah,
original
freaky.
house I've been in. It may
And the
be the
characters-
best house I've ever been in. One of
They're
them.
based on the Gentleman from the Buffy series.
Yep.
And those used to terrify me and my dad. In fact, my dad hates Buffy, but he
Those
loves
guys.
that episode because he's one of his creepiest creatures. And the fact that they have their own maze is terrifying enough. So
And the story's
if they
so
came
cool
back,
as well.
that'd be great. Yeah.
Mhm.
And plus, the other one is just a quick one. Is in the Dr. Jimmy's April Fool's videos. He mentions about the body collectors and how Jack the Clown was one of them, etc. But also starts mentioning about Jack the Ripper, and he mentions about the Yorkshire Ripper, and the Yorkshire Ripper is after obviously Jack the Ripper. So is this what is meaning that there's going to be another body collectors based on a serial killer?
That would be a cool concept. Yeah.
Aren't they like time travelers or something?
I'm
They-
not
well,
100% to be
they're-
honest though.
From the lore that I've gathered reading up on them, they've been present throughout time. Just they're not time travelers per se, but they've been active through time, gathering different bodies. Even through the times of like cavemen and that, they've talked about them like almost being mythical beings, but gathering dead bodies to use and stuff like that. So they've got a history throughout time, but they're not necessarily time travelers. They're just ancient creatures,
Right, okay. Cool.
which is really cool. I
It's like
love
vampires,
Yeah.
basically, like a vampire kind of thing, aren't they? Like, they've always been there without being in the eye of the public.
Alright.
Cool.
Let's move on. Yeah, let's do the freaks one, which what was it? Look at the
Come look
Freaks.
at the Freaks
Come
by
look at-
Midway, or whatever, from Midway or whatever.
I have no guesses as to what that is.
I think that, well,
Oh, we've lost
I have like 4 ideas.
Yeah.
I think that it could either be, like, since the part of the title, it's Midway, then Come Look at the Freaks. So maybe like a midway of the bizarre maze, because they've had the scare zone several times, like in the 90s, and I think in the early 2000s, they had midway of the bizarre scare zone. But what if they turn it into a maze, or just bring it back as a scare zone, kind of like a tribute?
Well, that's the thing. It's been as a scare zone, is it 4 times or 5 times? And the contents of it is basically a freak show. It's all in Dr. Jimmy's Tumblr. He put of all the sideshows that they have, like the person who, I don't know, they made this and this, and they were all the people that were in Midway Bazaar Scare Zone, and also one of the years that Midway Bazaar was Kid Zone was renamed Freak Zone. So come look at the freaks. So
Right.
you know,
Um,
that's yeah.
You could also put into account that the classic movie The Freaks, which is a Universal film,
Yeah.
to come into play of that. That would be a very interesting maze to kind of go like all black and white, like just put it all in black and white, kind of place in that
That's
environment.
the one where
That'd be cool.
My phone's being dumb.
Todd Bowen, as they call Todd Boddington, 1932 one.
Because the obvious would be to say American Horror Story
American Horror
Freak Show,
Story.
but Universal's already had a film based with freaks in its past. A quite controversial film, I might add. Is it Rod Browning or Todd Browning? Todd Browning,
Yeah.
who directed the original direct. That film basically ended his career, so it's quite an infamous film in its own. It's a great film, but it's that would be cool to have it come back in some form as a maze, and to set it, how it would be cool to see it in black and white and kind of set it in that kind of 1900s kind of environment, like as you walk around this old carnival set. That would be cool.
I mean, just a quick one going off David saying his name, then the director of Freaks, Clive Barker, when he did Nightbreed, it just didn't take off, and in the end, when he did an interview, he said that it was basically like Todd Browning's Freaks. That's how it was treated, and that's how he kind of liked the film, because of the way the characters were real in it, basically, and that was how I linked it as well with Clive Barker, because there was a bit of rumour as well with that. But I just think it's either that he's just doing an overall, the theme is a freak house or freak
So
show
an
house,
original
whatever.
concept in a way.
But maybe they're still trying to get the rights to American Horror Story. So basically, they're doing a freak show house, whether it's American Horror Story or not. So that's just the idea, basically. So it's American Horror Story or the freak show house, basically, or it's Carnival of Carnage.
Jack's
kind of-
freak
Yeah,
show.
or yeah, it could be Jack's
Yeah.
house as well. Instead of like in a factory where Dr. Jimmy mentioned that his house was gonna be based in. Like Jack in a carnival or freak show.
That seems more fitting, I think, for Jack in general.
Yeah.
And especially if we are right and they are kind of going off the whole Carnival of Carnage theme, to have a carnival maze that is Jack's environment would make more sense.
Right.
Would they do it in 3D?
No more freaks.
The
Maybe.
bearded woman will poke you.
The man with two dicks.
The fat lady.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
Slapped in the face, teabagged.
Most terrifying.
Like
Close
an
encounter
actual
you will
human
ever-
teabag.
And there's your British link, teabag.
Has eyeballs.
Oh,
Guys, this obviously is a human centipede house.
Oh,
oh
God.
yeah.
But
Oh man. Let's make it extreme. I'm already
And
gonna
you
have
can
it.
join it. You just have to sign a waiver before you,
this will be one hell of a freak show.
So guys,
Bad
It's
bitch,
a
just-
mouthful.
it's just hit me. In HHN 23, All Secrets Revealed by Dr. Jimmy, he talks about the extreme house with Dr. Jimmy, where with Jack the Clown, where he sign a waiver and go and fight a UFC fighter for real. I think it's that house.
I like the one where you said you had to go with a real lion.
That was the same one, like,
I
yeah.
was like, what the fuck?
Alright, I don't know if you guys
shit my
saw that
pants.
video. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know if you guys saw that video. I think Angel remembers, but when I saw that video, I took it seriously.
Fucking Mufasa biting my ass. Nah, it's a bad. Yeah, it's a bad.
So I can't do work tomorrow,
Oh
why
my
not?
God, okay.
Because the lions ripped my fucking arm off last night.
People look over. Oh, look at
I
that.
was like shouting at it. I had
Bites
this
the guy's
shitty.
dick off.
Okay, first of all, I had this crappy setup of just an HHN20 wallpaper on the
John,
PS3,
John,
looking at
don't,
my TV, and I was
Don't-
shouting in the background because I was
John,
mad.
don't feel bad for falling for that, because halfway through I did too. I was like, oh my God, they're actually gonna do this? And it's like, people are gonna be chosen to get in a ring with Jack, and they can beat the crap out of each other. I'm like, oh shit, sign me up.
There you go. There's your Mortal Kombat. thing right there.
Oh,
Give
man.
me a steel chair, I'll beat the crap out of him.
Oh,
I would pay to see the drunks in the ring going, I can take you.
Is this legendary truth in the hand sanitizer?
I see two people in that room.
This podcast.
Why isn't this scanning?
Oh man, Nancy in there.
What's this liquid coming out of the scanner? Is it ectoplasm? Oh my god.
It's one of them. You walk out the house and they're like, "Do you want your arm back, sir?"
This randomly
Oh my
kick you in the
God.
nuts out of the house.
Oh man.
Alright,
I don't even know what clue we're on.
Okay. But alright, let's move on to the next one. The next one is, these are kind of out of order, but the next one is I Am What I Am, which is the 7th one actually.
I am what I am. Popeye.
Popeyes, New Orleans, American Horror Story.
Can anyone remind me what did I put for yourself?
Illuminati confirmed.
What did I? Does anyone know what I put for yourself?
How the hell do we know now?
I think,
What the hell? You're asking us what you put. I don't know what the fuck you put,
I
dude.
think I put American Werewolf in London, but it's not that.
American Werewolf in New Orleans.
The whole event's gonna be American Werewolf in London. There you
Yeah,
go.
that's every single code is American Werewolf.
They got Jack's house. They got David's house.
Yeah, I think it is.
No, there's gonna be a Twilight. There's gonna be vampires and werewolves fighting each other. That's gonna be a whole event.
So this
Underworld confirmed.
This could be the American Werewolf in London one, and Clue 3 could be.
Neil's gonna be
Freddy
walking
versus
around in Daisy Dukes.
It's obviously Underworld, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see
Yeah,
some
Underworld,
fighting
yeah.
werewolves.
Oh, sign me up for that.
Oh, yeah.
Give me Kate Beckinsale.
Oh yeah.
Walk in with baby wipes ready.
Oh my god. Okay.
Alright, so what's
So okay, David, what do you think this could be? I Am What I Am, which talks about yeah, just like, okay, it's tied with a gay pride movement, and it's talking about like, yeah, a homosexual guy coming out, and
Milk the Maze with Sean Penn.
Birdcage?
I just thought you meant it's just going to milk the maze, and well.
Sean Penn's gonna hunt you down in the maze.
Scene Penn? He's gonna remember
Penn.
John. You were the son of a bitch that called me Scene Penn. No.
I'm crying, please don't. I'm crying.
It's a good job we have no camera.
Oh man.
Neil's cutting onions. I'm
Um,
crying, man. I'm crying.
it
Okay.
sounds to me. It sounds to me like it could be a creature maze of some sort.
Yeah.
Some kind of monster.
Werewolf in London.
The spawning returns.
Please no. Please no.
They're gonna raid your kitchen for more
Dude,
gloves.
creatures from
2008 creatures? They can't fit through the
2008,
fucking.
yeah.
We can't fit through the door.
Just walk through an empty maze with just some wood.
And a rail, right, Neil? And a rail.
Oh yeah, fucking hell. I tell you what, imagine he announced that spawning creatures and Dracula Untold was coming back.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my gosh.
Dracula Untold versus the spawning.
Guys, we're gonna get the orphanage, Dracula Untold, and creatures,
And Havoc too.
and was that Alice Cooper again?
Add Havoc 2 in there, John.
Alright,
Doomsday.
I think
I want
that this
Doomsday
is
to
tied
come back.
to.
Have that idiot on stage.
Doomsday.
Doomsday versus Dracula Untold.
It's just a stage. Dracula's singing.
I'm so
Luke Evans.
low.
I suck. Oh,
Singing right, so
God.
Fred. I'm too sexy for
I
this rail.
will suck your
For this
blood.
rail, too sexy.
I'm too sexy for this cape. Too sexy for this cape. Too sexy.
Oh my god. Okay.
Maybe it's Game of Thrones with Charles Dance coming back from Dracula Untold.
Hey, oh my god.
The White Walkers are coming.
Charles Dance was the master in Dracula.
They're gonna
Yeah,
hire
it
that.
was.
They're gonna hire the Chucky guy from Hollywood to play the little midget dude?
Oh God.
He's gonna kick
Not
people
him.
in the shin.
Not him.
I wonder if it's a political amazing, it's a David Cameron amazing, I am what I am is a cunt.
Does he get stung by a stingray? Like he did on the beach.
Someone piss on him, on his face.
That's a tough one though, John. I am what I am.
Yeah, I am what I am.
I tried it to Phantom again.
John's gonna
Phantom.
connect
Everything
everything
is
to
Phantom.
Phantom. He had a piece of bologna and it connects with this and that.
I got a churro from Universal. Phantom confirmed.
Why is it a Phantom?
mean-
Why is it a churro? It's a
It's a
mystery
Phantom
churro.
churro.
It had a mask on.
I went to Disneyland.
Half of it had
confirmed
sugar and half of it didn't.
Guys,
Oh.
they have an opera thing over there.
It's the Phantom because when I went to Universal, someone sold me a can of Coke, and the guy behind the counter who served me looked like disfigured like the Phantom.
All right, I'll be right back.
The man of 1,000 faces
No,
has
I mean-
returned. He's now serving churros at Universal.
I mean, here's the thing.
He stuck his face
The
in
song-
a fryer.
The song, like, it makes sense because the song, like, I am what I am. Okay, I'm a man. You know, I'm a human person. Even though I'm disfigured, you know, that doesn't mean I'm a horrible person or I deserve to be shunned or rejected by people and not loved. You know, it makes sense with his character, and then also all those other connections that I researched on, like, what's his name, Dr. Jimmy. Those videos with what's his name? God.
Casilda.
What?
Well, I didn't ask the question.
I forget his name, but some guy. He played Raoul in the Phantom of the Opera. He was
Patrick
also
Wilson.
The musicality
Is
of
it-
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
And
In
the
the film version. Is that
No,
the film
I
version?
think in Broadway.
What about Gerard Butler?
No.
Yeah, but which one? There's been so many different performances.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
The
quite.
original cast.
He played Raoul in one of them. I forget, but then he was in a BBC One show, like What Do You Do with Maria or something like that.
Yeah, he was in for a few of them, yeah.
Yeah, and
Phantom,
then Andrew
Dorothy,
Lloyd Webber was on the judge. He was one of the judges as well.
There were shows.
Yeah,
That's what, yeah, he had 3 shows, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and he won a part in his production, the winner. It's like a kind of X Factor pop idol thing where the winner got into that production, so they did like Dorothy and other things. And he sat there on that throne at the end.
Is that the How Do You Solve a Problem Like Maria? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. So,
And-
I mean, I just think the clues are a bit too wild now, where you can literally link anything you want to them. In a sense, I mean,
Connie Fisher.
you look at the Freak Show one, it screams American Horror Story, but then because it's so blatant, you don't look at it. But then you look at
Right.
others and think, oh, it
Yeah.
can
But
only
it can be
that.
a reverse psychology thing too, because you know, how American Horror Story has been mentioned for the past 3 years. What if it's finally supposedly coming this year? But then Dr. Jimmy said, "Oh, American Horror Story is not coming again."
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's like a reverse psychology thing, and where it's so blatant and obvious, people will think that, oh, it's not American Horror Story, it can't be, but then it is.
Yeah.
But,
Well, that's why I was thinking. That's why I tried to find an alternative to American Horror Story when we were talking about freaks,
Right.
is because it's too obvious. That's like anyone, even casual goer, would instantly connect it to American Horror Story. But the thing is, you can't instantly assume that it's American Horror Story because that's way too obvious.
Right.
well,
Yeah,
that's
that's
why I
true.
did Doctor Who, because they went round the houses about how it was linked to Doctor Who. I think
Who was it
the
that-
clue.
Was it Owen that said like people stopped guessing Doctor Who because it's not? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, but
I don't remember.
there's an episode of Doctor Who, an audio book, an audio episode, and it's called Freak Show. And also there was loads of reasons why I linked Doctor because oh no, that was when he sang Life on Mars, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Has he sang Life on Mars? Or was that Freak Show? And he
That
just
was
put in
Freak
the
Show with Jessica
He
Lange.
put in the comments, didn't he? He put in the comments, it said Life on Mars, and that's where I went with the TV shows, etc. But yeah, that's just that one.
Life
What's
on
the
Mars. Whoa.
what's the what's the next clue?
M&M's.
Okay, well, I guess we can move on to the next one, or do you guys have anything else to say about it?
I'm cool. Gotta stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention of something. Grab a hold of me lightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. What's the next clue?
Okay.
Neil's a rapper now.
Yo.
Snap.
I'm gonna wrap my videos.
Okay, so let's see. The next one, which is number 8, the song is Old Friends.
Welcome out to London.
Phantom of the Opera.
Vic, what do you think?
Jack Clown.
Vic, what do you think Old Friends could mean?
What is it again?
Old Friends. The song is Old Friends.
Old friends.
So I don't know what I put on the video, the clue.
No, Old Friends. Friends.
Yeah, I said old friends.
Oh, I thought you said Old French.
No,
No.
I heard that as well. Johnny,
We're having a
although
Napoleon maze.
Oh,
That's why he wore a Bill and Ted shirt one of those days. Ziggy Piggy.
Was it?
Old friends could mean other icons, maybe.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. Actually.
Or we're just having a house with old people. Psycho Scare
I got
Queens, a
legend.
retirement home.
I
This
got
time-
Legendary Truth.
They're even more old.
Just because it was sung by 3 people. If you go on the Legendary Truth website, it's the 3 people that are on it. It also says about are we unique and all that. It says
The flowers.
yes, and it says what's it called? You know, have we missed each other and all? Because obviously it's been away for so long. It's not about new people. It says most friends fade or they don't make the grade, which was like the game that they played at the end of the year, where if you didn't make the grade, you didn't get to the next part. It says some of them are worth something too. But also friends, what's to discuss, etc. It just goes on about like how live for your old friends and you know, it goes on like going your own way and stuff, and then it just goes about new friends coming, and there's many of us. I just think that means people joining the Legendary Truth Collective. That was just my thing with it, because it was 3 people singing it, and there's 3 people in the Legendary Truth on the website.
Yeah, like 3 founders, right?
yeah.
Well, yeah, I think there's only 3 on it. I think 2 of them have gone, and they've gone missing. The character,
Right.
I don't really follow Legendary Truth, to be honest. I've got more than enough time than swiping cards and popcorn stands. But,
running around the park finding stickers.
Replacing
I-
scanners with
That's okay. Yeah.
that's Legendary Truth new thing. They replace the scanners.
got a whack off a
Sometimes
bit.
Oh god. I
Tough one.
I think that, well, Neil, I do think that Legendary Truth will be involved this year at some capacity.
Especially for the 25th anniversary. I would-
Someone's got to do something
Yeah.
with Jack. Something happened with him.
Yeah, like I wonder what the backstory's going to be with Jack. He gets released from the Lantern.
He
somehow.
bribed Fear. Can I get out?
He bribed-
Okay.
He bribed.
I gotta go to the bathroom. You sure you're gonna come back in the lantern? Yes.
Oh my God! I don't know if you've seen that. I think it was. I don't know if it was Simpsons or Family Guy, but there was like there was this joke about like a Canadian prison. It's like, oh, and the police officer is like, oh, are you sure you're gonna come back? Just make sure you're back.
Oh, that was Family Guy with the jail.
Family Guy. The police
Canadian
officer is
Canadian
and the other
prison.
guy's Jack.
Now, you sure you're gonna come back now? Oh, yes, I am. Okay, go ahead. It's all aboard.
See, the thing is as
Go
well with
get
that
me
song,
some syrup.
it's 2 males and 1 female, which is the same as Legendary Truth as well. But
That is true. Yeah.
Kane's gonna hate me for that.
and I just,
Well,
like
I
said,
connected this to. Wait, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go on. No, that's it. That was all I was going to say. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I connected this to Scream. Given I don't know.
Hello there, Sydney.
Sydney. Sydney.
Dude, wrong movie. You want to play a game? Wait, who's calling me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, wrong number.
We're gonna get a scary movie scare zone, obviously.
Wrong movie, motherfucker.
Don't stick your eye in the hole in the bathroom.
It,
Oh my god.
if you could see the victim now, what would you tell her? Run, bitch, run!
Run, bitch, run.
No, but I think that this is Scream because of Sydney, Dewey, and Gale, and they've been friends since like the very beginning, and
3
they've
main
lasted up to Scream
characters, too.
4.
Oh yeah, Nev
Right.
Campbell.
Nev Campbell, David Arquette, and
I like some of that Campbell soup.
You okayed the name Dewey, though. Who the fuck okayed that name?
You just have me reminding of that scene with in the scary movie when he's using the vacuum cleaner. He sucks his dick
yeah.
up with it. But yeah, Scream.
yeah,
Scream is a very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the whole Casilda clue, and where it has 3 houses, and then I think 2 of them are near the Scream house filming location. I think Dewey's house or Sydney's house, I forget.
Is it from the first film? 'Cause
I
if
think
it's-
so.
Better
And
be.
Yeah.
Hitchcock sat in the porch and where Sydney and that other guy, Tatum, are sitting at in I think the first film, I believe. I don't remember.
It could be the Matthew Lillard house from the first one.
Right.
Jody.
They used it for like Shadow of the Doubt, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I think there is that house.
Yeah, I mean, I think it very well could be Scream. But yeah,
I would like to see Scream return in some way, because to be fair, at Hollywood it didn't really get its due. I mean, many of you have probably heard that the tram tour wasn't great. It really wasn't. It wasn't.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Red Steel TV has told us many times how much
Yeah.
it sucked ass.
It was a cool concept. It just didn't fit really well. So to see it as a proper maze would actually be really cool, and I'd like to see something like that. Because Ghostface is a great character, and there's some great characters in the Scream series. So I would love to see it fully realized as a house instead of just like a simple scare zone. And
Right.
especially with the Scream TV series coming out this year. I mean,
Exactly.
It's good promotion.
That mask.
Yeah, it's just till dawn all over again, isn't it?
Really. Yeah,
Oh my
it
God.
really is. Yeah, it would be.
So yeah.
Universal, you want to
yes.
do a house based on a TV show? Do Penny Dreadful, please.
Yes.
I still haven't watched that yet.
It's great.
Dave,
Definitely
do it.
watch
Please do it.
Yes.
It's
I
so
haven't seen
good.
it either. I haven't seen it.
Oh,
Rick
it's so
and I-
good.
Rick and I would freak out if a Penny Dreadful came. That would be so awesome.
John can be with me on this. That the freaking ending is awesome.
Heck
You know
yeah.
what? Oh, I just thought of something. You know how it says old friends. Well, in The Strain, you've got the kind of confrontation like between Abraham Strachan, who is the elderly Jewish vampire hunter, against his old Nazi commandant, who teams up with the master vampire, and when they first meet up in the first episode, they call them old friends.
Oh.
What about the old Universal monsters? They're old friends of Universal.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'd like to
Or
think
they're
it's The Strain.
Or they're gonna make us. They're gonna make a Superstar Parade house.
That'd be a cool scares on that. In honor
Door
for,
the
like,
Explorer's gonna
Seven.
murder you.
Do you know what I mean? Would you not agree? Like a
Pop is
full
gonna hop on
amazing
you.
Scare zone.
Angel would be like, "I love you, Dora.
So can you imagine?
Let me
Can
play
you
with your
imagine-
maracas."
Oh my God.
Can you imagine
Monkey
the
attack.
Universal
Yeah,
Monster Scare Zone like 7, little stage, and Invisible Man's just a stage.
Oh, the stage.
All right, so we move on to the next one.
Yeah, is it number 9?
Yep.
Okay, so number
9.
9?
Is it 9?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we've done American One
Is
from London
Vanilla
like
Ice
7
Cream.
times. Ice, baby.
Vanilla Ice. Go, Ninja, go,
Vanilla
Ninja.
Ice Cream and from She Loves Me.
What was
Okay,
the
I'll go.
clue, sorry?
I'll go.
Vanilla Ice Cream.
Oh,
She
no.
Loves Me.
Ice
Vanilla
cream.
Ice Cream, She Loves
Oh
Me.
shit, we're gonna have Slash clowns.
The thing is as well, in the comment section of Dr. Jimmy's video, he actually put he won't abandon you again. I know you've been abandoned once before, but your doctor won't abandon you again. I linked it straight away to Chance with the caretaker, just due to the fact of obviously she was in the orphanage in HHN 20, which
Don't you mean did you say Chance?
Yeah.
Did I say Chance?
With the caretaker?
Cindy, don't you mean Cindy? Which
Yeah.
one's, oh,
Yeah,
Cindy's his daughter.
Yeah.
Chance for some reason.
I was gonna say, what's she doing with the caretaker?
I'll put Cindy. Oh no, put Cindy. It's okay, I think.
Yeah, Chances.
Yeah, Cindy. What's it called? Was in HHN 20 in the orphanage. Obviously, you put in an orphanage, it means because you've been abandoned. Basically, that's how you feel.
The orphanage, aka the broiler.
Yeah, and he's a doctor, Dr. Albert Kane. So, and he says Ice Scream, and he emphasises the Scream House was the house the caretaker was given in HHN 2012, and he overtook her as the icon for the event. So I would have thought that was it. Because otherwise, the other idea was Ice Scream. His T-shirt he had on was from HHN 8, which was Primal Scream. So it's just basically keep saying Scream, so it's Scream the House. Is it that easy?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. So that's a good tie-in. I like that. I thought of I did some research on the song, and the guy that wrote the song, I think, or the musical, I forget. He was in the United States Air Force, I think, during World War II. So that made me think of, and since the song is kind of like, well, Dr. Jimmy ties in with, abandonment. That made me think of like Nightingales. Like, say it's during World War II, Nightingales come during wars, and how is it? Let's say like a group of soldiers are they got left behind for some reason or got left for dead, and the Nightingales show up and they need to battle them out, fight them or something like that. I don't know.
I should know.
No, that makes good sense.
John, you just made me thought of something. The Woman in Black 2 actually takes place during World War II, and with they're in an orphanage. The children are abandoned in an orphanage. So, which turns out to be Eel Marsh House, where the Woman in Black comes from. It just made me, what you just said, just made me think of that.
Right. Oh, you know what? And Dr. Green did mention Woman in Black in his April Fool's video. So I wouldn't mind a Woman in Black, honestly. I really wouldn't.
Yeah,
the second film was not as good, but if they do one based on the Woman in Black in general, that would be really cool because the atmosphere is there. They got a great setting. They got a doable character. It would have a similar vibe to, say, Dead Silence with Mary Shaw, but instead you had the Woman in Black in this kind of gothic mansion.
Right. The first film terrified me. I think it would turn out to be a great maze.
Also,
Scenes in the house, in her room, in the hallway, the cemetery, like maybe some forest scenes. That'll be really cool. Yeah.
There's an actual, speaking of British, like kind of the British link, the original film, actually, what year was it? There was a BBC production of it, 1989, and it was terrifying. and it was produced by the BBC. So that's
Okay. Too, and then Daniel Radcliffe. That's another connection to the British thing. Yeah.
yeah, true that.
Put the house near Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
Expecto Patronum!
What was? Oh,
Is that a toothbrush? What is that? Is that a toothbrush? Or a
What year was
pen?
that film, David?
If we're grabbing random items, just like alien.
Oh my God!
What year did you say that film was, David? That one in
Hey,
black.
Rogram, really?
The original one was in 1989.
Okay.
Well, no,
I'll be
no,
right
it's just
back.
reminded me with a legendary true thing is
The hell? Oh, there we go.
because Dr. Jimmy talks about Ghostwatch. I was on BBC when I was a kid, and it scared the living daylights out of me, which is obviously a supernatural kind of thing about pipes to ghost. I have a legendary truth for investigating a ghost. Could it be like something like Insidious?
Oh yeah,
Oh, that would be a cool tie-in.
that would be amazing. I would freak out. Like tying two kind of universes together. That would be great.
That would be so cool.
You know, the thing is as well, with it being 25th year, they're going to have some pulling power. I think Insidious needs the advertising more than Universal need Insidious.
I mean, to be fair, the Insidious maze next to the Thing has been one of the most. It's been a maze that I've gone through more times than I care to count, and it was fantastic. Plus, it was the highest rated maze of 2013 for Hollywood, so it would make sense to kind of bring it something that's successful to Orlando, since it tested well at even a smaller size maze. And imagine that using a full-on soundstage. That would be fantastic.
So, yeah, because I mean,
Crap.
the thing is with Dr. Jimmy's videos as well is, I mean, I went through his HHN24 All Secrets Revealed one, and I don't know if you guys remember it. You talked about he said, oh, they're going to do an house that appeal to the Mexicans, etc. So Angel were buzzing his tits off, but it was
I'm
about
not
the
scared by
Mexican wrestling maze, and it turns out, done it the way, and he said, oh, it's going to be this, and there's going to be women walking around with the boards up, etc. It turns out that was Dusk Till Dawn, wasn't it, basically?
Yeah.
You know, it said there's going to be a big thing at the end and all that, and that's what it was. There was a big crescendo at the end, Dusk Till Dawn, the maze.
Yeah.
So, and that's where it's set up. So, I've looked into his thing. I've remembered certain things like serial killers, etc. I've remembered the what's it called now? Can't think of the other one was serial killers and Ghostwatch. And I thought it was a bit of a weird one to mention Ghostwatch really, because he could have mentioned anything.
Mm.
He mentioned some kind of obscure program from the 80s or early 90s, whatever it was. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I think we have a paranormal house, which a lot of people. I mean, the list on HHN is on Horror Night Nightmare. Sorry, it's people saying it's Jack, it's Walking Dead, Insidious, American Werewolf in London. What's the other one now? Can't remember.
Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah, Freddy vs. Jason. I mean, it's this the Dark Christmas House. I get it in one sense, but I just thought we might have had a scare zone first. But you know, maybe that's just me. I would. There's a few other things I would have rather have had than that, but oh well. Havoc 3.
No.
Can't love that house.
Yeah. All right. Should we move on to the final cryptic performance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This one's really, we don't have to go into it. It's nothing. Cryptic 6 was science fiction double feature from Rocky Horror Picture Show. I think it's just the show coming back.
Yeah. I looked at that as well, and I thought it was done.
I think we can all pretty much assure Rocky Horror and Bill and Ted are confirmed.
Yeah.
And I may add just, as we said that one, on Dr. Jimmy's Tumblr, he started to put all the pictures of Norse mythology, which, if everyone remembers, there was a clue by Mike Aiello, which was Blizzard, which Dr. Jimmy said was about Norse mythology.
Yeah, the Vikings.
You know, like Odin, etc. So that's just going to be that, basically. It's going to be original.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, a Viking Norse mythology maze. That'll be interesting. I wonder what they're gonna do with it. Like,
I should imagine it'd be like Beowulf, the creatures out of that, like.
they have dark elves in there in the mythology, so maybe they'll have that in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So, you know, and the link might be, because it is going to be a British link, is Tom Hiddleston is in 4. So, you know, that if he puts 4 pictures up, it's Tom Hiddleston is in that mythology. There's your British link, and it's all Norse mythology. So that could be a cool maze. That you got big monsters and all that, etc. So yeah, you can do whatever you want with it. So that'd be original content maze.
Right.
That'd be cool.
All right, guys. Well, the final thing we have to talk about is that rumor that there's going to be an announcement next Wednesday.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Where are we now? We're in April. Possibly. I mean, I would think they would probably announce something maybe around like June, like early June. No, actually.
May. It was all released May last year. Yeah.
Yeah, May. I would say May.
Yeah.
But saying that, next week,
and all that.
I could push it back for one.
I remember they were.
Get some
last
early
year,
buzz working.
They were talking about, we're going to announce our first thing on this yada yada whatever day. I woke up and I'm like, shit, it's a Walking Dead again.
They usually do that, don't they? Whether it's Hollywood or Orlando, they tend to just like push out the one that everyone expects to come out. And it's just like, yep. It's like Evil Dead. Evil Dead was just like, yeah, Evil Dead could be this year, and then when that DVD cover came out, they're like, oh crap, now we have to announce it. So, and that turned out that they were planning anyway to reveal the Evil Dead. So, I mean, I think it's just going to be something everyone expects.
Well, I've got a feeling you would have thought that they'd release the Icon first if they're having one, but you've got to have it go Walking Dead or American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
But then if you release American Werewolf in London, you've got to explain why it's coming back.
If it does, I want an explanation.
If it comes back, I'll say if. I'm not saying 100%, but the rumours are too strong for it. It's come out of nowhere. It's
very recent, right?
Yeah, well that's it. And
that's when I saw when I saw it on Facebook the other day. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, this can't be recent.
But I kind of sad as well. Really? There's a clue when Castilda put a clue up, and they said about needing the doctors out. Doctor then added to it on. I think it might have been Over Unearthed.
I love the maze, but why is it taking up a spot that can be for something new or something way back?
Maybe it's if they are doing 9 hours, it's just they've already got it all set up. They can just put it in. It's cost effective.
It just doesn't make no sense to me that they would bring it back after 2 years. It's so weird, and especially when they covered it in the first maze. Yeah. We added an extra trolley car.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is,
honestly, I think having a Silver Screams 2 and then having American Werewolf in London in there, like a
exactly. That's the only way I can see them doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and then just have a room with Frank and Jason looking at each other, going, "I hate you, I hate you."
I think we're in general agreement that would be the only way to do American Werewolf in London would be another Silver Screens.
Yeah, definitely. Dr. Jimmy put a link up to a Muppets TV show that wasn't aired in America.
It's the one on the TV during the Nazi scene.
I think for Dr. Jimmy to do that, it's definitely coming back. You know,
wait. What did he put on Tumblr?
John, you remember that scene?
Facebook.
Yeah, you remember that scene in American Werewolf in London where David's dreaming and the Nazi demon werewolf things come in, and then the Muppets are on the TV and someone shatters the TV?
Uh-huh.
It's that clip. It's the clip from the TV.
In the UK.
Oh, okay.
It's called When Die or something like that. It's called the episode. And he says if you skip to something like 5 minutes in or 30 minutes something in, that's the part that's on the TV. So it's definitely coming. You know, it's just strange why it's coming.
Wow. Okay. I
I
guess.
understand. Yeah.
Wrong then.
Well, on I think on May 16th, there's a Universal is gonna come. They're gonna have a Halloween Horror Nights panel at the Spooky Empire Halloween Extreme Convention. And they're gonna announce something there. I think Halloween Extreme. They described it as like a big surprise.
What's
So,
the date?
huh?
What's the date of that convention?
The convention is from the 15th to the 17th, but it's on a Saturday, which I think is the 16th.
Okay.
So they're how is it? Yeah, they could announce a maze there. As for next week, if that rumor is true, I don't think it'll be a maze necessarily.
Or
I
they
think
fully
Could be a show.
reveal Jack again.
yeah, they could Jack
Like
or
a promotion art, like for Jack or something like that.
Jack has
Yeah,
a peg leg.
or how is it they could even announce American Werewolf in London in at the Halloween Extreme panel or Walking Dead.
People will be like, "What the hell? What?
Jack presents The Walking Dead in the Go Fuck
Didn't we
Yourself
go through
Halloween
this
Alliance.
maze already? Why?"
I don't know. I only went Walking Dead. 4-hour queue line.
This year, Walking Dead returns in an all-new maze, taking up two sprung tents. Experience.
I think Walking Dead's gonna be like a dual run.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know though, mate.
Shout out
Rick with beard. Go one way with Rick with beard. Go the other way with shaven Rick.
I think they're just going to do an house like they did 2 years ago. I just got a feeling that it will just be an house. I don't think they expected it to be here this year, and I think they've done it again and signed up. And I've just got a feeling that because it's 25 years, they'll just kind of not push it to the back, but they'll just put it's there and they'll concentrate on everything else.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because no way is Universal giving up that license yet to use their property, man. How much people watched the season
Oh,
finale?
heck no, dude. They're
Yeah.
not
Holy
gonna
crap.
Yeah, that's for
But
sure.
Do you know what I think they've got a kind of golden handshake with, similar to how film studios do, where it's one in where they have to make a film within X amount of time, otherwise they lose the agreement. And I think they've said
And it's
you
like
have to have an
it's
house every year. As long as you have an house every year, you can keep it. But if there's any
And
year
it's
that
like
you just
this-
don't have one, you lose it.
and it's like this. So people need to understand. It's like The Walking Dead gets announced and they're all mad and everything. It's like, yeah, but you go on every year. There's people coming for like the first time that haven't even experienced it yet, you know?
Yeah.
And that's it pulls
So in
people
this,
in.
like, if you don't want to go in it, don't go in it. There's other mazes you can do. Do one another time or something, you know?
Do Halloween twice.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think they might do, if that dual run thing is true, I think that maybe, shout out to Sir Owen Disney because he brought it up.
But
He,
these
like,
two things
one
that
was
get mentioned
season
all the
5,
time.
and the other's like Fear of the Walking Dead.
Yeah, I just don't see him, I just don't see him pushing out a show. I don't think there's any need to. I mean, you can't use any characters, so it's be kind of
Right.
zombies anyway. You know,
I
Yeah,
think it would have been a lot. I feel like the mazes would have been a lot cooler if they could actually use characters.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, for
Look,
sure.
what's
It would be
strange
so
is they did it
cool
at Warner.
seeing like scenes
In
with like
Australia.
Rick shooting zombies and stuff. It would be so walkers shooting them. It would just be. It would put you more into the house. Like, oh crap, there's Daryl and stuff, and he's like screaming, "Get out of here! Get out of here!"
Yeah, that would have been so much cool. Like,
Well,
what the?
in Australia they did that. They had the characters
The
in
governor's
Evil
looking at
did
you.
that.
Get the fuck out of here!
Like Leon in Resident Evil with that really bad wig.
His mop
Oh
hair.
gosh. Bring back Nemesis.
Bring back Nemesis.
Oh, John, you mean the flaccid nemesis? Hey, that girl though who played Jill, when I came around the corner, I was like, oh, hey, he's hot, dude. But then you look up and there's Nemesis like, his head's just flopping there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry, friend.
All right, guys. Well, I actually have to go, so
Yeah, no
we'll end
worries,
the podcast here.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, man.
But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. For tuning in. Um, uh, please subscribe to Horror Nights Updaters. More videos will be coming later down the road. Make sure to check out Crazy Englishman's channel, UKHHN, Dr. Underground 1, and myself, Psycho Massacre Films. Thank you for watching again. And,
Just a quick one. Thanks for watching to HHN Assassin and Barrel Bob for your comments. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Neil, what the fuck?
Don't know.
Neil's like a spokesman now. Thanks for watching. This is all copyright. If you copy any of this, I'll find you and break your leg.
Oh my god.
Bye, guys.
Alright, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.